today I'm going to share with you what I do to get myself in the zone when I either emotionally react or have sort of like a lull. This is what I do to get myself back on track. So let's talk about that. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I'm going to share with you how I get myself kind of like back in the zone when I'm going through like a lull period and nothing seems to be working out for me, okay? Or to even pull myself out of any sort of emotional reaction that I may be having to something that I've created previously. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe. Hit the bell icon below because I do put out new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, each one of them with the intention that they're going to help you create something wonderful in your life. And as well as if you're looking for law of attraction coaching, definitely check. The link is in the description below. There's video and email coaching with the amazing coaches here at Create Your Future. So how do I get myself back on track when nothing seems to be manifesting at all? Especially, I use this especially when like I'm trying to manifest something that's big to me and, you know, and that I'm just like, it's so important. And then like, you know, things completely spiral out of control. And it's like, you know, you go into that dip and you're just like, ugh, like this isn't working. And it gets so frustrating. So what I do when I have those moments, okay, is I'll explain to you how I do it, and then I'll give you sort of like the steps, and you'll hear the steps in my explanation. So actually, it wasn't even that long ago. A couple weeks ago, I had a little bit of a lull of a couple days where I was actually creating disappointment in my life, and I was really quite upset about it. And I was like, oh my goodness, like this so needs to end. So like I was in that for like 2 days, and then finally on like day 3, me and Andrew were going to a networking event. And before we went to the networking event, I was actually sitting in my office and I said, you know what, I'm going to go to this networking event and I'm going to manifest this, 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 this. I had a whole list of like 4 or 5 things that I was going to manifest. And they weren't big things. They were just things that were like, no big deal. Things I really didn't have any resistance to that I knew would show up, but wouldn't seem that important. Okay. And then I also said, you know what, I'm going to go to this networking event. I'm going to have a good time. And by the time the networking event's over, I'm going to start feeling good again. And I'm going to be back onto my positive thinking. So all of a sudden, okay, we go to this networking event and like all the things I wanted manifested, even one in the moment, like it was so funny. We were sitting there looking at the centerpiece in our table that we had at this, this business award ceremony thing. And it was these beautiful roses and stuff and like carnations. And I remember Andrew looking at it and he kind of pointed to it and I had a sniff of it because it was real flowers. And then all of a sudden I thought to myself, I'm like, that would look nice on my table at home, right? And it was like in this gorgeous vase and stuff. And then all of a sudden, right, when we were leaving, the lady that organized the event, she was like, would you like to take the centerpiece off your table home? And I was like, yes, go running over, grab it. I'm taking this big thing home, right? It's actually still on my table now. Okay. And so, and yeah, you know, from that moment, that night of, you know, just going out and just saying, okay, look I'm just going to let all of that negative story go. I'm going to have fun tonight. I'm going to manifest these small little things. And I remember driving home with Andrew and I was like, wow, you know what? I feel good. I feel positive again. I feel like I'm the creator of my world again. I'm like, I got this. Okay. And that brought me back to my feeling of, you know what? Love and being in the zone and being present and being in that, you know, yeah, like got this kind of sort of mood, right? The other thing that I will do is I will be thankful and happy and remember things that I've previously created. Okay. So what you want to do when, or at least what I do and what I suggest you to try is when you're feeling like nothing's working and that big thing that you're trying to manifest just isn't happening and you're just feeling like what the heck's going on, nothing's working, is to say, okay, look at, you know what, I'm going to go do this and I'm going to manifest these small things and then guess what, you know, I'm going to feel good. And then, you know, create from there. So create small little tiny things, you know, create scenarios like, you know what, I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to clear my head. And when I do that, I'm going to feel good. So create little things like that. Also create the little tiny manifestations in other areas of your life, because every time you manifest something and you recognize it as a manifestation, you get that little spark in your head of like, you know, this rush of, yeah, you know, and that's really what you want to start getting back, because, you know, once you're in that feeling, you know, start creating those other intentions for the thing that seems so big, you know, like really get yourself in that zone every day as much as you can, anytime that you can. Get yourself in that zone and use other areas of your life to manifest in that are easier to get yourself in that zone. The other thing that I love to do is I love to remind myself of previous manifestations. That's what that board up there is. Those are all the things that I manifested with resistance that I actually take a look at once in a while. And when I think, I'm like, no, I got this. Look at that board, Amanda. You remember that. You remember that. You know, I remember like when I first moved in here with Andrew. I mean, just living here for like 2 months had me on this high of, oh yeah, for the first 2 months, because it was one of the biggest things that I've had the most resistance for me that I actually manifested. So, you know, so give that a try. You know, do things like, you know, say, you know, you've been in a, you know, a lull for most of the day and it's the evening, you know, maybe distract yourself with a movie and then intend that, you know, you're going to go to bed, have a good night's sleep, and you're going to wake up the next day, be positive, fresh, and ready to, you know, tackle the day and to start getting what you want. I think the most important thing, right, isn't to beat yourself up for being a failure, because you're never a failure. It's just about, you know, doing things to get you into a mood of feeling good. And when you're in that mood of feeling good, and especially when you start manifesting those little things to actually reinforce and support that you are the creator of your world, you know, that brings you to such more of a better platform, and it'll actually eliminate a lot of the little doubt in the back of your mind. So, you know, and not only that, it'll make your life a whole lot better. A lot of little things will just, you know, add up to big things, and it makes your life really smooth. And then when all those little things start to manifest, you can say, yeah, I always get what I want, and actually feel like you mean it, because you get what you want in so many other areas of your life, right? So anyways, yeah, that's what I do. And yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. And, you know, so if you are feeling in that, you know, nothing's working and kind of mode, then, you know, definitely, you know, start creating some little things and, you know, create that you're going to do something, and, you know, and after you do it, you're going to feel better. And also maybe even go through a list of everything that you're thankful and happy and grateful for, as well as, you know, remind yourself of manifestations that you've previously manifested. Anyways, that's my video for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are all amazing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.